And I think that with the Queen of Swords being the overall, this is, we're done playing games. We're done playing games here. You know, let's get to the point. What is happening? And I do think that for some of you, you may be moving into a place where you're going to be a little bit angry with this person. You may be cutting your emotions off from them. Now, coming into this with the Devil and looking at the Page of Swords, here's the thing. I don't think it's about your negative attachment, only that, you know, you are constantly tempted by this person, but you know that they're unhealthy for you. And I look at the Page of Swords and I think that, you know, first of all, you may be dealing with somebody who is very immature. And the way that they communicate is very immature. And I also think that this person doesn't really fully answer any questions for you. It's like every time you look for information from them, they're not, you know, giving you exactly what you want to hear. Now, the other part of it is that, you know, this is constantly getting the kind of news that you don't want to hear from this person, but yet you're still attached to them. Now, moving into the Magician with the Two of Wands, the thing is, you know, if it's about them needing to make a choice on a course of action here, Pisces, I don't think that this is something that you want to, you know, make happen here. I don't think that this is about manipulation. I really think that this is you being in a place where you could make something happen with this person. But the truth is that you can't really do that if they're not willing to make a choice here and take a course of action. You know? Now, they may be looking at something else and possibly wanting to do something else here. And I think that that's kind of where you're going into the Nine of Pentacles, where it's like, I'm not going to be dependent on what this person chooses to do anymore. But with the Star, you know, unfortunately, I kind of feel like this is like false hope. I do think, though, that they try to like bring hope into, you know, this situation here and want to get you to want to act. But I don't think that, you know, you're doing that, because there's a question of security with this relationship, because you're not getting what you want coming out with the Four of Cups. You know, and I hate saying that. But you're really dealing with a person here that you know is a bad habit for you. The Four of Cups, no, you're not getting what you want from this. And I do think that you move into a place where you become disinterested and you're done with the Queen of Swords. If this is not going to move forward and it's a struggle for this person to, you know, get to this place where we can start again, then it's like, no. You know, they may be carrying around a lot of bullshit, sure. But here's my problem. And I've always said this. I've always said this with the Ten of Wands. There is always a fucking destination with this one. And it makes me wonder what the hell this person thinks needs to happen before they can let go of the burden. You know, but this relationship is going to continue to be a burden to you. If you think that things are going to move forward, or that, you know, this person is actually going to offer you that Ace of Cups, because you're not seeing it. And I do think that you're losing interest here. You know, here, and you may be beating yourself up and like regretting this and regretting getting involved with this person. But the thing is when it comes to, you know, making a choice here, and I do think that that's where the Lovers is, because look at it. I mean, look at it. This is a bad, like almost karmic type of deal. That is not good. And with the Ten of Wands, no. This person is not going to make a choice when it comes to you, especially with the Devil and the Four of Cups. It's not happening. You're not going to see the offer that you want from this person. And you need to break the habit. And it's going to be like death coming in and saying, enough, Pisces, you need to let go of this person. And the thing is, you know, their charm and the passion that you may have for them and the attraction may be what keeps you holding on. It's like you're holding on to this idea of somebody wanting you, and they will never make that choice. They will never make that choice. And what they ultimately end up doing here is, I think, with the Ten of Cups, staying with what they already know, because I do think that we're looking at somebody who's already committed. Now that could be only for some of you, but this is somebody who is never going to make the choice here to act toward the happily ever after with you. And I do think that you're going to get into this place where you're going to be fighting off those thoughts of like, I'm such a dumbass, right? Like I can hear you kicking yourself going, why did I do this? Why did I get involved with this again? You know, but this is you forcing yourself to let go, to finally let go. So you're being told here that your feelings are real and worth exploring. Unfortunately, this may be having feelings for somebody who cannot make a choice between you and another person. That would be the Lovers here. But the Ace of Cups, this is, you know, the emotions that are being restored here and the opportunity to kind of begin again. But you fall into this like routine, this pattern of events with the Four of Cups, and with the Nine of Wands, or the Knight of Wands, it's this pattern of just getting swept up in passion and nothing really happening after this. And I do think that somebody is wanting to fix that issue. But the thing is there is this feeling of not being comfortable with, you know, just letting something go, you know, especially with that devil being back there, right? But I do think that you're dealing with a person here that you have feelings for that, you know, maybe involved somewhere else, or they just couldn't decide between you and another person before. But there is this opportunity to begin again, but it's like you repeat the same pattern with them. And then you have the Seven of Wands, and then those are the doubts, and that may be what you are uncomfortable with. So even if this person comes through and they want to fix the situation because this is falling into the same routine, you know, we're getting swept away with the passion, but nothing is really happening here. It's like they're not wanting to take the relationship to the next level, or just can't. I think that, you know, with the Empress here, we're talking about, first of all, you understanding your value and your worth. Okay, besides the temptation that happens there with her, I do think that this is about nurturing and growing the relationship, right? I mean, the Empress is still a good thing when it comes to love. I don't see it as a bad thing. I just think that some of you are needing to deal with the doubts that you have about this, because you're still being told that this is worth exploring. But yeah, you are definitely dealing with a person here who's been in a situation with somebody else for some time. And they may not have been able to make a choice between you or the person that they were with. But there is an opportunity to begin this again. You know, but it starts out looking like a cheating scenario. I mean, seriously. You know, but we don't want to fall into this like routine or this pattern of, you know, just being lust and passion and that's it. Like, I feel like for you, you're just not comfortable with that anymore. This person may be wanting to correct it, but I do think that there are some doubts that you're going to have to overcome. But it doesn't look bad coming out. I just don't like the way that you come into it, because it feels iffy. Like this person could change their mind about you later, if that makes sense. And then you have the Seven of Swords. If you're not willing to have a new experience here, there's going to be a complete disconnect. But the thing is, you know, I'm looking at this and I think that you can't continue this relationship if you're not willing to get to know this person or them you know, because of getting to know each other being the overall here. But with Death and the Eight of Pentacles, the way that you come into this is the relationship is changing. Things are not like the way that they were before. And with the Eight of Pentacles, that may be because somebody is focused on other things, possibly their career, other responsibilities. They don't have the time to give, you know, the attention that they need to the relationship. But there is an apology that is coming. The problem is with the Four of Swords, it may be one of those things where somebody is trying to force you to forgive them. That, or you just don't have, you know, the same feelings anymore. And the thing is with the Knight of Cups, I do believe that, you know, this person is like wanting to, you know, have that connection with you again. But very specifically, the Knight of Cups in this deck is about experiencing something that you haven't before and needing to be open to that. But with the Seven of Swords, it's like there's this complete disconnect, you know. So somebody here is not willing to have a new experience in this relationship. And then the Page of Cups. All right. All right. So now Pisces, this coming out could either be you or the person that you're dealing with. But with the Knight of Cups, this is somebody who is struggling to get out how they feel. It's like they're having a hard time spitting out these emotions. And instead, what is happening here is that there's just a total disconnect. We're not even communicating at all. You know, and a lot of that is because I don't believe that, you know, you want to accept anything from this person just yet until things are cleared up. But they're having a hard time, I think, saying it. That or you are. But yeah, somebody has definitely cut off their emotions from this relationship. They are not focused on, you know, giving that part of themselves anymore. And that's where the relationship is changing here. And with the Three of Pentacles, you know, there needs to be more warmth, more understanding. And I think that that's part of the problem. You know, somebody can't force you to forgive them if they're not willing to kind of like show this. But this could also be saying, though, that you need to be more understanding, though, too, to be fair. Okay. But we're still looking at you needing to get to know this person better, which makes me wonder, how long have you been in a relationship with them? You know? And the only way that that's going to happen is when somebody spits it the fuck out. How are you feeling? You know, why are you having such a hard time saying this? That's what I feel like you're thinking about the person that you're dealing with. Like, why can't you just tell me? If you could tell me how you feel about me, maybe there would be a better connection.